This week's viewer submission comes to us from a healthier Kirk. I believe he's a carnivore. By the looks of this picture, it looks like he's only part carnivore. And he sent us this photo along with a very, very long email. It would put my emails to shame. If you go and look back on some comments that a healthier Kirk has made on the channel, you'll notice that his comments are also very long.
Are they thorough and long?
Yeah, there's a lot of information in there.
Well,
would you like me to read the email that accompanies this photo?
Yeah, but is that a glass on a plate in the back?
No. It's a flute. You see the stem?
Oh, it's in front of the plate.
Uh-huh.
But it looks like from my angle, and I'm a little bit further away because I wanted to see the entirety of this spread. From my distance, it looks like it's sitting on the plate. It's an optical illusion.
A confusing perspective.
Yeah, which could that can happen at buffets. Sometimes there's a lot of mirrors at buffets.
Yeah.
There's also that smoke, the steam can blind you.
I don't think mirrors at a buffet are a very good idea, because each time you walk to the buffet, if you see yourself in the mirror, you're going to notice how much fatter you're getting with each plate. And I don't think the restaurant wants you to realize that.
That you're getting fatter with each trip?
Yeah. They want you to keep going to the buffet in some sort of oblivion where you're not aware of how much fatter you're getting. So I think mirrors at a buffet are a very bad idea.
Unless they're those mirrors you find at the carnivore diet. See, that's all I can say. Those trick mirrors where they make you look thin.
Yeah,
they have those. You could have those.
That's a very good idea.
Yeah, I mean, I would do that.
So Kirk's email reads, "Hey, Aaron and Bill, I've watched you guys quite a bit on YouTube." So yeah, you're right. He is very thorough because he's actually telling us that our show is on YouTube in case we didn't know. I comment under the name A Healthier Kirk. And you know what? Sometimes you just need a good buffet.
Yeah.
Here in Southern California, we have Marie Callenders. Have you ever heard of Marie Callenders?
Yeah, I bought her pot pies and her pies.
I've been to Southern California many times, and I've never seen Marie Callenders. So
I didn't realize it was a buffet.
I think Kirk unintentionally has taught us something. I don't think he even realized that we didn't know about this. So we've learned something so far. Marie Callenders, an eatery, bakery, most of the time, but on Sunday mornings they have a buffet for $22. That is frankly amazing.
It looks good.
On top of all the breakfast and lunch food, they are really known for their pies. Usually they're $7.99 a slice. Of course, for the buffet, you can have as many as you want. I guess as many slices of pie as you want. You could have nothing but pie and easily cover the cost of the meal. What do you think of that?
Aren't the pie slices at buffets always smaller slices? Haven't you noticed that they're generally smaller? Like they're not actually a regular size slice of pie or cake. They're sometimes even mini, like little squares.
It's irrelevant because I'm not sure if you know this, but at a buffet, you can take as many slices of pie as you like. So really, it doesn't matter how large or small the pie slices are.
Uh-huh. You could combine them.
Yeah.
You could take all the slices and what would you do with the plates that the slices were on when you went to combine them? Would you just slide them all onto a single plate and leave the empty plates there? And when you got back to the table, you would take all the slices you brought individually and you would form them into one giant slice?
I don't know how I feel about this statement, though. You could have nothing but pie and easily cover the cost of the meal. I don't know if that makes any sense, because that would assume that you're eating pie as your meal.
Well, I mean, you first of all, you go in and you want to cover the cost. So you eat as much pie to cover the cost, and then anything above and beyond the pie is a bonus. I feel like that's what he's trying to say.
Yeah, but the pie is $8 a slice. The buffet is $22. So that's about two and three quarters, there give or take, slices of pie. The pie slices might not be the $7.99 slice. Okay? Let's say the $7.99 slice is this big. The buffet slices might be only this big. So you might need two or three buffet slices to amount to a $7.99 slice. So if you're trying to get two and three quarters $7.99's worth slices from the buffet, then you might actually in fact end up eating about 15 buffet slice pieces.
Yeah.
Do you think you're going to have room for a meal after that? After you eat your pie's worth? Okay, which is what Kirk is saying he's doing. He's like, okay, well, we'll get the pie out of the way so I get my money's worth.
He said you could. He didn't say he did it.
Do you
Because
think?
clearly he didn't do that because you can see huge variety of a spread here.
I think Kirk is an accountant and that he's trying to use his accounting skills to transpose onto buffet logic. It's not working. It's not working.
Buffet accounting is different than most accounting,
Yeah,
isn't it?
that's true.
Does my stomach look fat? Does it look fat?
No, but I
Yeah.
still don't understand why your shirt is sticking out from under your sweater at the bottom there.
Well, it came untucked.
Yeah, it's very sloppy. I don't know why you would show up to a Zoom meeting that was subsequently going to be recorded and then posted on a YouTube channel, which could be very famous one day. It's not famous right now, but one day it could be famous, and then millions of people could see you with your shirt untucked.
Like nobody else. They have this stupid brand called, which happens to be one of our sponsors today,
God.
Untucked Shirts. Thank you, Untucked Shirts, for supporting Aaron and I on our show.
Are you going to talk about untucked shirts, or are you just going to say thank you for sponsoring us? I think they are going to want a little more than that for them to get their money's worth.
I can't remember what they say about those stupid shirts, but mine is untucked. Some shirts, I guess, aren't intended to be untucked, like they would be untucked, but they didn't look like they proper proper untucked, so they created the perfect untucked shirt. Not too long, not too short. 'Cause too short untucked can show your stomach, which is mine. This is my stomach here, if anyone can see.
Kirk then
My stomach.
writes, that is why I am submitting this amazing and highly delicious photo for your consideration. And then in parenthesis, he says, I am fairly certain that no children were harmed in the taking of this photo.
That's good.
Why would he add that bit of information?
Just to be funny, cute.
But there's
I
no
mean, people say
children.
that all. They say that all the time. They always say that. That's a funny thing.
But there's no children in the photo.
Well, there's no people in the photo.
Right. So why would there be any children harmed to begin with? Or why would any of our viewers speculate that any children were harmed in the taking of this photo?
I don't think you should talk about children being harmed at all during our show.
Are we going to get canceled?
Yeah, you don't want to talk. It's not an appropriate. It's not an appropriate subject.
Hopefully YouTube doesn't take it out of context. Anyway, thanks, Kirk. You put our channel in jeopardy.
I'm tired now.
Okay, so then he signs off, your sometimes carnivore viewer. He's trying to be relatable to me because I'm sometimes carnivore.
That's great. I think
Yeah.
that's real great.
Then he wrote a PS. PS, if you don't use my photo, that is okay too. Why would he say that? Is he telling us that he's not going to be mad at us if we don't use his photo?
I guess.
And then he says, I take pictures of my food all the time. It is a problem I have.
It's not a problem.
It's not a problem. Why would he say that? It's not a problem. I think it's just something he's chosen to do. There's no problem. So then he writes PPS. You know what that means, right? That's like a PS to the PS. If you do want to use this photo, which we are now, and even this letter. No, don't change the photo. We're not finished with this episode yet.
Oh, I thought we were.
No! Go back to the other photo. We're not finished.
Hold on. Find it.
Oh, God.
Find it.
Okay, PPS, if you do want to use the photo and even this letter, I fully understand that you may make an example of me for the world to learn from, and by doing so, save many lives. Well, I think most of this episode has been about your letter and not so much about the photo. Very long email. What can we learn from this email? Maybe keep your emails short and sweet when you write to us. And also, make sure that the photo is configured properly so I don't have to put our graphic in there to fill in the dead space. Because if I had expanded this photo to fill the whole screen like we normally do, we would have lost half of what was on the table. But thank you very much, Kirk, for sending us this photo. It looks like you had a great time at Marie Callender's buffet. That's a lot of bacon there next to the waffles. On a carnivore diet, when we eat that much bacon, it's not a very good idea to also eat waffles.
There's another bacon plate in the background. Smaller grouping of bacon.
Yeah, that's true.
Does that bacon resupply the bigger bacon plate, or does this bigger bacon plate? Why, Kirk? Why the bacon on? Does the bacon move around from plate to plate?
I can't seem to figure out which plate is Kirk's plate because none of these plates look fully carnivore. The one with the most meat on it, the bacon right behind your head. Move out of the way. Anyway, okay, fine. Don't move out of the way then. I'll just put the picture up. That much bacon with waffles, that's not the carnivore plate. A carnivore would never eat like that. So
I don't care.
Okay. All right. Thanks for watching, everyone. Thank you very much, Kirk. We hope that you enjoyed our thorough critique of your letter writing to us.